Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Simple Annalisa. If you're new around here, you're just passing by or browsing around, stick around and see how you like it. If you're a returning subscriber, I love you guys. Thank you for your continued support. I love chatting with all of you in the comments below and on Instagram. And this recipe actually I'm sharing with you because I received a couple of requests on Instagram if I had a good red sauce for pasta. Who am I? I'm Italian, right? Of course I have some good red sauce recipe. This one is my grandma recipe, so I'm sharing a kitchen secret today. There are a couple of secret ingredients I'm gonna put in there and they're gonna make the sauce extra delicious. I'm gonna walk you through the step. I'm gonna tell you what you can omit and what not. And also, just so you know, this is a recipe that is just naturally vegan, so you can use it like that, or you can add at the end Parmesan cheese, which will then make it vegetarian, but you can keep it vegan if you find a vegan cheese to put. So you can also save this sauce for up to 5 days and use it in other recipes, such as eggplant Parmesan or as the base for some other recipes with chicken, or you can freeze it. But it's so simple to make it that I rather make it fresh every time I crave it. So let's get to the kitchen, let's put our aprons on and let's get cooking. All right, you guys, let's get going and let's make this super easy pasta sauce, or as we say in Italian, are you ready to learn this word? Sugo al pomodoro. These are the things you're gonna need in the order as we are using them and needing them. The quantities and the full recipe will be down below in the description box. But those are some of the ingredients you will need. Number one, some really good olive oil. And I am super picky when it comes to my olive oil. I make sure that is bottled in Italy with 100% Italian olives imported from Italy. There are a lot of mixes out there with Greek olives, California olives, mix of different olives. I do not negotiate my olive oil, so that is my personal preference. In my culture, olive oil is sacred. It's called also the gold of the gods. So it's up to you. If you have other oils, you can use that too, but some form of olive oil would be your best bet. The next thing you're gonna need is half of an onion. I used half of this yesterday, so I have it already cleaned up, but it's a yellow onion, and the reason why is it has enough sweetness and enough strength to give the flavor to the sauce. If you use a red onion, it might be too sweet, and if you use a white one, it might be too weak. So a yellow onion is ideal. The next thing we're gonna use, and this is fully optional, I don't always use it, but you can use a little bit of garlic powder, or you can use 1 clove of garlic. If you use 1 clove of garlic, you do not break it, you just remove it from the shell, put it in the olive oil and cook it to release its flavors, and then we're gonna remove it. If you use the garlic powder, just put to your liking, but not too much. I most of the time do not use garlic powder or garlic, period. In northern Italy, we don't cook with a lot of garlic versus southern Italy uses it a lot more, so that is entirely up to you and what you prefer as far as flavor in your pasta sauce. The star ingredient of the sauce is a really good tomato sauce. This is my favorite. It's pommy. This is 500 grams. I usually use all of it. It will give you quite a bit of sauce, enough for 4 people. And you want to search for a tomato sauce. This is like pretty much 100% fresh Italian tomatoes. No matter what you get though, the ingredients needs to be just one. Tomato, no salt, no spices. We're gonna do all that. So just the purest, cleanest tomato you can find. This is amazing. Here is where you can have a little choice of what you want to use. You can use some salt. This is pink Himalayan salt. You can use sea salt, the coarse one, and mostly is to salt the water where we cook the pasta. And for the sauce, I do not use salt, but I'm gonna give you one of my biggest secrets right now. So are you ready? Like, this is like grandma secrets, okay? So yes, you're very privileged right now that I'm sharing this with you. This is bouillon. This is a vegetable bouillon, but you can use any type of bouillon. This is one of my favorite. It's called Better Than Bouillon, and they make it in beef, in chicken, and I believe bone broth. This is all vegetables though. You need 1 tablespoon, or you can use a traditional bouillon cube instead of salt. It would give it a much richer flavor, and I find it's a lot better. And another little secret that I add to my pasta sauce, and you're gonna be shocked, but don't let it throw you off, because you're not gonna taste the actual thing. It's just gonna give it a really nice saltiness, very smooth. Okay, are you ready? It's anchovies paste. I know a lot of people do not like anchovies paste, but you only need like 1 inch to 2 inches, and you're not gonna taste the anchovies, I promise. My husband hates anchovies, and I put this in the sauce, and he loves the sauce. It doesn't taste it. It didn't even know until this video, because he's helping me behind the camera. So now he knows that I put anchovies paste in his sauce. But if you have it around, you can use it. If not, you can still make the sauce just with the bouillon. If you don't have the bouillon, you can still make it by replacing with salt. Obviously, the bouillon or the anchovies is gonna give it the best flavor. And then we're gonna need some really good pasta. This is an Italian brand. It's called Bio Nature, and they make both regular and gluten-free. This one is the gluten-free one. I think so far is the best gluten-free pasta that I could find that tastes just like the normal pasta. The texture, you can cook it al dente. It's delicious. So Bio Nature gluten-free. If you use regular pasta, there are a million brands out there, but I'm gonna give you a little pasta lesson. So let's go over here and do that really fast, because you know, Italian pasta passion. All right, let's have a little history on penne pasta. Penne was born in northern Italy in the town of Genova, and it was in 1865. It originally was smooth, it did not have any ridges, and it was born due to a new technology and machine that was patented by Giovanni Battista Capurro. So the edge of the penne, the slanted cut you see, it's also reminiscing of a calligraphy pen or a stylo pen, and penne or penna in Italian means pen. So that's where this took the name. If you can see, it reminds you of that. There are a lot of controversies and a lot of debate in Italy about penne, because Northern Italian like their penne with ridges, while Southern Italian tend to prefer the penne lisce without ridges. So what is the debate? People say that the ridges help absorb and attract more sauce to stick to the penne, while smaller pasta maker, which is more artisanal, they claim that if the pasta is processed right and dried at a low temperature and cut with bronze, it will still retain, although smooth, a certain texture that it will attract the pasta, and it will give a more gentle and sophisticated culinary experience. Have you tried penne lisce? Let me know in the comments below. The last 2 things you're gonna need, and mostly they are for garnishment. At the very end, when your sauce is almost done, and you're gonna see it when we're making it, you're gonna need some fresh basil leaf. If you do not have fresh basil, don't worry about it, we can bypass that. But do not use dried basil, because the taste is completely different. It's gonna throw off your sauce. Just don't use basil. It's gonna be just as delicious. And then this is the biggest splurge. I know that it's kind of expensive. Is some good fresh Parmesan cheese, and you will always know the real Parmesan cheese. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it always has like almost a dotted engraving that will say Parmigiano Reggiano, and the crust, it's always a giveaway of the real Parmesan cheese. I buy the block, well, the little tiny block, because I like to grade it myself based on what I'm making. It can be coarse, it can be fine, and you need very little, so a little goes a long way. But there is nothing that gives it that amazing flavor as fresh Parmesan cheese does. If you don't have this, if you can buy this, don't worry, the pasta sauce will taste just as amazing. So don't sweat, let's keep going and make this sauce. So how was that? Was that pretty simple? I thought it was a lot of fun to make. I think the house smells delicious after that. It feels like a home. I have a lot of memory tied to this recipe, so I was very happy to share this with you. If you decided to make this dish, please tag me on Instagram at Simple Annalisa. Also leave any comments you have if you want to share your favorite sauces or your favorite easy dish to make down in the comments below. I love reading all of your comments and interacting with you. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe. It really lets me know if you're enjoying my videos or not, and it really helps me out. I will see you on the next one. Stay safe, everybody. We got this. We're in it together. And I love you. That's it. Bye, guys. Mwah.